concern. That's according to the WHO Director General, who's speaking at the moment. It had been declared a public health emergency in Africa, I think yesterday, and now the WHO is basically saying that it is a public health emergency of international concern. That's monkeypox, a highly infectious disease that has hit parts of Africa.
World Health Organization tonight is declaring Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, a global public health emergency as a new form of the virus is now rapidly spreading across Africa. Cases have been detected in more than a dozen countries, most of them in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, with more than 14,000 cases there, 524 deaths this year alone. Here at home, the CDC is urging doctors and the public to be alert for signs of the virus, including fever, muscle aches, swollen lymph nodes. Dr. Ashke Sayel is joining us now. Doctor, how big of a threat is this in terms of a global perspective, and what does this global health emergency declaration really do from a practical standpoint?
Hey, Tom. So this is actually the second time in 3 years that WHO has declared a public health emergency over Mpox. And what we're seeing now is, yes, the cases are largely in Africa, specifically in the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. But the reason they're calling this out now, Tom, is that it's actually leaking out into neighboring countries. And, Tom, this is a different strain than the Mpox outbreak we saw a few years ago, including here in the U.S. This one has a fatality rate of about 15 to 30 times higher. It's significantly more deadly than the other ones. So you can see the WHO is acting quickly here. And the PHEIC, the Public Health Emergency, really calls for nations to start sharing resources. Vaccines, treatments, research can be really, really useful for those poorer countries. And you can see here a statement, Tom, we just got in the last hour from HHS, saying that, well, the CDC, yes, saying the public should be alert. Right now, the threat is very low here in the United States, but people should nonetheless be on the lookout for this thing, for this virus, and to stay alert for those symptoms that you mentioned earlier there, Tom.
Hey, Doctor, as we were talking about the symptoms, I thought, are we missing one? In other words, I thought that one of the symptoms with monkeypox anyway was kind of a severe blistering type of thing.
Yeah, it was that rash bullet on there you can see in the bottom right. It's very typical of Mpox. When you see it, you can't really miss it. But those other symptoms you mentioned, fever, chills, exhaustion, odds are if you're having those things, it's probably something else, including the flu or maybe even COVID. But the rash really is the hallmark symptom, Tom, that blistering rash you mentioned, yes.
Airports. And is there any sign as yet of a vaccine rollout? Airports. And is there any sign as yet of a vaccine rollout?
Well, again, the Africa CDC has said that at least 10 million doses are needed to increase protection on the continent.
Do I need a booster Mpox vaccine dose if I already got the 2-dose series of Mpox vaccine during this outbreak?
There's no current recommendation to get an additional dose of the Mpox vaccine if you've previously received the 2-dose series in the last year. But several studies are happening now to answer that exact question. We're closely following these studies as well as the real-world experience of the Mpox vaccine to guide vaccine recommendations in the future.
Do I need a booster Mpox vaccine dose if I already got the 2-dose series of Mpox vaccine during this outbreak?
There's no current recommendation to get an additional dose of the Mpox vaccine if you've previously received the 2-dose series in the last year. But several studies are happening now to answer that exact question. We're closely following these studies as well as the real-world experience of the Mpox vaccine to guide vaccine recommendations in the future.
All right.
Mpox vaccine dose if I already got the 2-dose series of Mpox vaccine during this outbreak?
There's no current recommendation to get an additional dose of the Mpox vaccine if you've previously received the 2-dose series in the last year. But several studies are happening now to answer that exact question. We're closely following these studies as well as the real-world experience of the Mpox vaccine to guide vaccine recommendations in the future. Especially as we approach summer fun time, it's a really good time to do a quick, kick the tires, check the oil, and on that list should be an Mpox vaccine. Remember, 2 doses of Mpox vaccine. We want to get that force field up all the way to level 10. No halfway protection. So if you haven't gotten your Mpox vaccine, make sure you run and get it. If you haven't gotten your second dose, it's never too late. If we get on top of it, we're going to not only protect our health, we're also going to protect our summer fun.
Of Mpox triggers a new global health emergency.
This is a ticking bomb.
The expanding outbreak of a new deadlier strain in Central Africa and the warning for the rest of the world. As Ukraine pushes further across the border, will Russia have to change tactics?
This is not the picture that Russia wants its citizens to hear.
More delays for those astronauts still stuck in space. Chris Hadfield is here to break down the mission to bring them back to Earth.
It's not as simple as it may sound.
From CBC News, this is The National with Christine Birak.
Thanks for joining us. Adrian is away. We begin with the growing international alarm over the Mpox outbreak in parts of Africa and the deadlier, more transmissible variant that is now spreading fast. With thousands of people infected and hundreds dead across the continent, the WHO declared a global public health emergency, warning countries around the world, including this one, to be on their guard and to send immediate aid to help contain the epidemic. Cameron McIntosh takes us through what we know tonight.
Spreading further and infecting thousands more each day, Mpox is being declared a public health emergency of international concern by the World Health Organization for the second time.
The potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying.
Now calling on the international community to help.
It's clear that a coordinated international response is essential to stop these outbreaks and save lives.
Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, is a viral disease spread by close personal contact. That can cause lesions, fever, headaches. Most people recover, but there have been about 500 deaths in Africa so far this year. The outbreak began in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, one of the poorest countries in the world. A new, more transmissible and deadlier variant is now spreading, already to more than a dozen other countries. African health officials have already declared a continental emergency, saying they need up to 10 million vaccines, while also struggling to get doses they have to those who need them.
This is a ticking bomb, so it's kind of becoming the new HIV.
Dr. Jean Nishiga is a researcher who's been working on Mpox.
All of a sudden, all the world is paying attention because of the threat of global spread. But this has been an endemic disease, a neglected disease.
2 years ago, another strain of Mpox spread around the world, including Canada. Infections persist. Infectious disease experts say problems then remain today.
There are vaccines available globally. There are therapeutics available globally. But due to logistical hurdles, regulatory hurdles, they're not deployed widely, especially in the most impacted areas of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Cam, those calls for international help you mentioned, what are Canadian officials saying about that?
Well, so far the Canadian government has donated about $2 million to help deal with Mpox outbreaks across Africa to date this year. The Public Health Agency of Canada says it has not been formally asked by the WHO or anyone else for more help as of right now, but that could change. So it's monitoring the situation and assessing what kind of help it may be able to provide, including donating vaccines. Public Health Agency of Canada says it has enough vaccine on hand should the Mpox outbreak go global like the last one did. Christine?
Cameron McIntosh in Winnipeg.
There's the book of Jude, verse 24. Now to him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only wise power of a Savior, with glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever, so be it. Giving all praises, all honor, all glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wachaha Kodash. Double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone, who watch over our souls. Shalom to the Archangel worldwide that are sincere and serious doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wachaha Kodash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. To you all, stay strong, to stay mighty. And the brother, the disciple Koshab and Yamia from the branch in Great Millstone, Barbados. You know what? I should have get saying that was there just now too. Yeah, we going back. As you see here, return to Mass Rain officials urge. As new snake venom variant spreads, right? So I started noticing it a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? A couple of months ago, right? And now you saw the clips there. Mpox, right? WHO, which stands for World Health Organization, right? Monkeypox started in part of Africa there. You know it's spreading. And you jackasses just cover celebrating crop over in Grenada, they had that Backers Fest, you name it. The country opened back up and every place was crowded. You name it, crowded, right? So let's watch and see. Remember, this is still the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, right? Can't forget that. This is still the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And gotta be alert. So I just want to get one preset. We're on the road. So we're on the road. So I just want to get the book of Psalms 91, right? Psalm 91, and it says that he taught what? Security of the one who trusts in Yahweh. That's the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Bahasham means in the name, Yahweh Shai. That's what we ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ, huh? And it says what? Security. So the ones that trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, will be secure in these times to come. That's right? Will there be more lockdowns coming? I believe that. You know what I mean? A more stricter one this time too. You know what I mean? Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, you in this truth, God the Lord reveal his secret unto his servants. Right? When he knocks on the door and you open to him, he will come in and he will sup with you, revealing his most inner thoughts. Right? Meaning he's going to give you understanding, wisdom and knowledge of this truth. Right? So we read it again. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. If the sun hot his ass, you look for somewhere that got shade, you go stand up in that shade to get away from that heat. The Lord's gonna bring us in the shade. I want to get a precept there, boy. Just kind of my mind there. This is Jeremiah. Just bear me a minute, huh? You can type on the road. But I just want to do this video here, big man. See? Jeremiah 17. Because a lot of people go and get the another set of job, boy. So the ones that already took the 2 jobs, you're gonna further compromise your immune system and take another job for Mpox. It's never ending with this devil, boy. Okay? Jeremiah 17 and verse. We start at verse 5. Thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart, meaning your mind, departed from Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, is the point, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in the salt land, and not inhabited. Right, you can inhabit parched places, big man. Place with no water, place with no refuge, place of destitute. Yes, right? So back in Psalm 91, verse 2, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. Because Esau is that fowler. He's setting traps, right? Is right? And from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers. Right? I want to be covered, big man. I don't want to rat his up. You know what I mean? My 3 boys. You know what I mean? My wife, boy, but hey, let the Lord's will be done, boy. These are serious things we coming into, big man, that's right? I'm not taking this thing for a fucking joke, boy. He saw just waiting there, he there rubbing hands together, man. That's right? Anyhow, it says, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. A precept now come to my mind there. It's in the book of Ezra. It's Ezra. When it says no, or is it Sirach? When it says these scourges are for amendment. I forget how it goes, man. So really all these pestilences, diseases you're seeing coming out on the earth, that's right, thief of wild beasts, etc. We get one last piece here, right? These no, boy, I don't remember the precept, boy. Right? Hold on a minute. Right? So lock here a minute, man. Punishing the wicked. Punishing the wicked. Sirach 39 verse 30. Let me go a little bit. Right? Then I short, man. I want it to be long. See? Sirach 39. And 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which they also swords. In the time of destruction, they pour their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death. So you heard that the Mpox killed over 500 people. All these were created for vengeance, right? For who? For the ungodly. It says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction, right? Biological warfare is a sword, brother. Breaking down your immune system, watching you rot away, pine away till you die. That's a sword, brother. See? That's a sword, big man. It said they shall rejoice in his commandment. Another piece of no kind of mind, bro. Woo. They shall rejoice in his commandment. They shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So let me get another one kind of mind there. But he's so getting let loose, brother. Really, that's his Lord Yahweh. And his son Yahweh shall let him loose, brother. Because when a wicked man, when they want here, when they keep doing what they want to do, when they ain't seeking the Lord, brother. So what he can do, he can unleash his sword. Who's his sword? Esau Edom, brother. Psalm 17 verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. From men, O Lord, who have their portion in this life. See that? Ready? Revelation 6. Revelation chapter 6. Hey, that's why wherever you going through, still say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let it be good or bad. Don't sin at all with your lips, big man. So, maintain your integrity. Revelation 6. And 4. And there went out another horse that was red. And power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and it was given unto him a great sword. Jumping down to verse 8. And I beheld, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. But that's all he bringing, big man. Right? And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. That says it all right there. They could take millions of dollars and invest in liquid portions. Yet you got the homeless rate skyrocketing worldwide. Yet parts of Africa, you hear the news reporters here, the poorest countries in Africa, you can't take money to help build up quote unquote Africa. It shows you that they are just full of shit, big man. Their aim is that's not their aim. It's right, that's not their aim, brother. Total control is what they want, so they gotta bring you to your knees, man. It's right. Anyhow, Shalom, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham.